question, I will put it in that context. Do you believe that Protestantism has been the Negro's friend? Do you think that it has functioned as a religion of deliverance for Negroes, or has it been guilty of dragging its feet, so to speak, on this question?
Well, again, I'd like to say that the words of Jesus weren't aimed at Protestants only. They were aimed at all people, Protestants and Catholics, who believed in Christianity. So I would therefore like to answer your question against that background. I believe that Christianity in the United States has been dragging its feet. I don't think there is any other force in America that has been more detrimental to the solution of our racial problems than Christianity, because you cannot expect the man in the street to practice Christianity better than his priest or his pastor in the pulpit. And the fact that there is more segregation in the United States of America on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock than at any other time in our national life is the tragic proof of what I'm stating.
What he's saying is this: the moment of truth being on Sunday, when everybody really show their true colors by running to their separate places of worship of Jesus. You have Protestants in one church, Catholics in one church, Baptists in one church, Lutherans in one church, okay? And then you got all that, you know, the white people on their part of town in their church. You take any black Christian in West Angeles and walk his ass to the nearest white neighborhood and let him walk up in that white Christian church and walk up to Jesus and bow down and start crying. Even though they're going to be happy to see he a damn fool like that, they still going to insist that he get the hell out of that church. So what this man's saying is absolutely right. That's the most revealing time of all times on Sunday, when you see all the blacks go to the black church, whites go to the white church, Mexicans go to the Mexican church, and they all programmed around worshiping some God, white man, who's supposed to bring everyone together, but you can see it's bullshit, because the first thing it does is separate everyone when they go to worship that white man. So some things just speak for themselves.
And so it becomes easier for us to understand why talk of integration has become a kind of wistful pie in the sky for a growing number of Negroes. Easier to understand why they turn to the Muslims, a group they believe will do something for them. Why?
See, we didn't turn to the Muslims. We're returning to that. That was our faith all the time. And the people in America who's waking up to it is understanding a whole different form of being Islam. Our original genetics inside of our cosmic makeup is returning us back to our knowledge of self that was administered to us at us being given an existence from our Creator. So it's only logical that our Creator, being our Creator, is going to be the person who overall motivates and guides us, which I know is the Son, to becoming who we become. The knowledge that's inside of me to start building pyramids and great cities and all that is stagnated because of the white man on this earth, and that's the reason why he's going to have to be eradicated. I don't come here preaching hatred or any of that stuff. I just come here preaching the truth, doing my ordained mission to come down here and point out to all of these troublemakers on the earth, because of your actions, you will be killed and destroyed from the earth. And because you have stolen all of the materials of the earth and the work that need to be done for the Creator God, it will be stagnated by you and your arrogance and your stupidity. That alone is the reason that you are going to be killed. And you can see the elements killing your ass already, so there's no sense of getting mad at me. You can't hurt me. Even if you try to destroy this body and was successful, the spirit that's inside of me will jump inside of you and smack you around and make you do some stupid shit where you'll end up spending the rest of your life in prison somewhere. And be definite to get into the spirits of everyone around you to make sure that you are well preserved and not able to do anything except stay in there forever and rot in the most miserable way fashionable you could think of. So you don't want to play with me. I have too much spiritual energy and too much time. Unlike you, you are not immortal because you believe in white Jesus, which means you haven't learned anything. So you don't want to fuck with me. You need to learn from me. And you're getting ready to do that, like it or not.
They lose patience with NAACP talk of gradual integration, when what they want is immediate equality and separation.
Separation doesn't no longer require equality. See, equality is only something that you ask for when you want to remain amongst someone. Separation means that you don't care whether or not they think you're equal to them. They just keep their ass away from you. They don't have nothing to do with how successful you be. Anytime you live in a world with a fake government that steals everything from you and make sure you be a failure while other segments of people move up. Who wants to be a part of some bullshit like that, especially when you're the one victimized? And then they so damn arrogant, you become a troublemaker because you want to tell them to go fuck themselves. You see what they doing to you. Now they want to call you a troublemaker or a supremacist or a hate group when you're just tired of being lynched by them and deprived and victimized, stealing everything, all the commodities of the earth, keeping them for themselves, and now got elaborate systems of war machine and war equipment to perpetuate the same shit they've always been perpetuating. Don't get mad at me for pointing it out. I am doing a godly thing by telling these people that the acts that they have committed on the earth has not went unnoticed and that they are all going to be killed for it. Fix your karma.
Is this black supremacist doctrine making headway among New York Negroes? Let's go to the streets of Harlem and find out.
This is classified as hate when we are telling our people that it is time for them to organize and learn to develop respect, recognition for themselves in order that they might obtain a position of self-determination. If this is what is classified as hate, then I suppose I am guilty of preaching such a philosophy.
I've listened to the Elijah.
It's hate only when the people that's around you seeing you picking yourself up hate to see that because they know that's the end of everything that they've been riding off of. All of our oppression brought nothing but life and flourishment to the Caucasian people, and still to this day is doing that. So by us all having a united mind to strive for self, that means that all our dollars will remain amongst us. So the black woman won't have to see the black man and look down and discuss, because somewhere in her heart she knows she is contributing to that because of her own thought that she has when she see a downward black man. She want to cross the street or don't even look at him, or look at him with disgust. But then she'll run her ass right into the neighborhood Chinese store or Greek, or whoever, and I should have said that, but that's just a part of me growing up in America, and I didn't say that to be racist. I did said that to show you how conditioned my mind is too. But my point being that our dollars need to stay amongst us. We need our own hospitals, our own churches, our own leaders, our own government, our own social makeup of what we are to do and not do. We definitely will not have a society where it's locked and just chock full of alcohol and tobacco and condoms and children who don't think it's anything wrong with testing all damn day and just having sex and being disrespectful. Don't even listen to your parents. You know, all that foolishness that done happened on this planet because of these Europeans. See, that's never been a part of us. That became a part of our societies when we became overran by them and victimized by them and put into their societies and conditioned to become socially arranged in our cosmic makeups like they are, which means bad diets, bad habits, bad everything, imminent death and decay. Just where we are right now.
The Muhammad movement and the Black Nationalist movement, and I have heard the NAACP, and I don't feel that the NAACP views are the way out. I feel that it would be better if it were more national rather than integrated with the views of the white man in it, for the simple reason that I think that together with our own people more can be accomplished rather than with the white man involved in it also, because as it is, we've already been accepting too many crumbs from this man, and we've never really gotten a real loaf of bread from him.
The only thing I disagree with the NAACP about is that we've been waiting long enough. The Supreme Court handed down a decision in 1954, and we're still waiting for our schools to be integrated in the South. I've read some of Mr. Muhammad's articles in the Pittsburgh Courier. He is a Muslim. I agree with him. He says we've been waiting long enough.
Only recently that the people that have been listening to these speakers have become more tense, to the extent that when they read newspapers about brutality in the South, women are being beat with clubs in Africa, and everywhere you read the headlines headlines, black people are being beat, lynched, killed for no reason at all. And they began to get nervous about it, and somebody needs to do something, and that is quick.
We asked NAACP Executive Secretary Roy Wilkins if these extremists are involved in the recent racial unrest up in Harlem.
Preaching of racial hatred and racial advantage and the bigotry involved is a bad thing, whether it's colored or white. For years, the NAACP has been opposed to white extremists preaching hatred of Negro people, and we are equally opposed to Negro extremists preaching against white people simply for the sake of whiteness. Now, what effect this has had on the Harlem community, I can't say, because many police incidents have taken place in Harlem, and I believe that a sort of community attitude has been built up. It may be that these extremists have sharpened it and have recruited some more extremists to their banner. If so, that would be deplorable.
Then we tried to find out what is the political impact, the political strength of these black supremacists.
What did you say?
And this is what we discovered. Their influence far outruns their numbers. They're vocal. They get out on the streets and stir up sentiment. During political campaigns, they choose candidates, and their street corner speakers weave political campaigning in and out of their black supremacist teachings. Reporter Lomax asked James Lawson, president of the United African Nationalist Movement, to what extent his group supported such politicians as Congressman Adam Clayton Powell and Manhattan Borough President Jack.
Participate in the politics of Harlem.
Oh, sure.
Do you support candidates actively?
Very seldom.
But on some occasions you do support candidates.
When we feel that the issue is great enough.
Well, I think perhaps Adam Clayton Powell is the best known politician in Harlem, and you supported Adam Clayton Powell.
In the last election.
You did support him in the last election?
Yes.
Did you actively support him on the streets?
Yeah.
What does Adam Powell think of you?
Well, you'd have to ask the congressman that.
Has he ever given you any indication what he thinks of you?
Oh, yes.
For example?
Well, he wasn't able to attend the African Freedom Day rally, and he did write a very fine tribute to the United African Nationalist Movement and its leadership.
That's you and your organization?
No, I said the United African Nationalist Movement and its leadership.
Yes.
I happen to be the president.
Yes. Is it true that he recently wrote you a letter in which he indicated what he thought of you personally?
Well, yes. I think it was involving issues, and they were very fine and wonderful places, come from both the minister and the congressman.
Well, without breaching any confidences, can you tell us in essence what he said about you in the letter he wrote to you?
Well, he said that he felt that the United African Nationalist Movement was doing a great job in the struggle for the liberation of Africa, the program of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. And he felt that many things wouldn't have been done if it wasn't for the existence of this organization.
Now, do you have the same kind of feeling and relationship with regard to Borough President and Jack?
Yes, yes. I'll tell you the truth. You know, we're all members of the same order.
All members of the same order?
Well, the Order of the Star of Ethiopia.
Did you support Borough President Jack in the last election?
Yes.
Should he be a candidate in the coming election, will you support him then?
Oh, we expect him to be a candidate.
And you expect to support him?
We expect now to support him because we know that many people, after getting the borough presidency away from our people, get harm.